everyone, my name is Riley and I was involved in orchestra 6th through 8th grade at Faubion Middle School and 9th through 12th grade at McKinney High School. While I played sports during this time, orchestra was definitely the most impactful extracurricular that I was involved with growing up. Playing an instrument helped me become more disciplined, helped me to learn to work as a team, and helped me develop a deep passion for music that I still have today. Through orchestra, I was also able to have some really wonderful experiences, like playing at the Meyerson in downtown Dallas, playing competitively at things like UIL competitions, and I even got the opportunity to go to Europe with the Texas Youth Orchestra and Choir when I was in high school. All of these experiences helped me become who I am today.
Hey everybody, my name is Rick Zamora. I used to play violin at Faubion Middle School for Miss Zamora. I recommend the orchestra experience to anybody. I ended up doing 3 years in middle school and then 4 years later in high school playing. And then I joined the military and now I'm in college and I still play. It's so much fun that I just never put it down. I didn't take it anywhere professionally, but I'm sure there are many from my class that did, but for me it just became a hobby. It became a lifelong hobby for me. The education was free. All I had to do was pick up an instrument and let Miss Zamora and Mr. Link teach me. So I recommend the experience to anybody and go out there and get them.
So there are 3 reasons you should join orchestra. The first one is you get the best teacher in McKinney, Miss Zamora. The second one is that you can make money. So if you practice and join with some friends, you can go to events and play, such as for weddings, which is what I did when I was in middle school. And third, you can make lots of friends. So I made a lot of good friends in orchestra. And also when I got older, internationally people love orchestra and string instruments. So I was actually invited to watch one of the best orchestras in Tokyo for free just because I mentioned that I played the violin. So join orchestra.
Personally, orchestra was such an important part of how I grew up because it gave me a place to take a break from normal academics and help me just focus on appreciating music. It inspired me to be a better person and work harder than I ever have by practicing my violin. And that sense of unity shared within the orchestra when performing is something that's really hard to recreate. And I'll always remember the moments and memories tied to every song we performed.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Gagnon, and I've been playing the violin for about 10.5 years. I started playing in 6th grade at Faubion, and then I played through all 4 years of high school at Boyd. I absolutely love being in orchestra for all of my years of grade school. It was such an incredible experience. I love music, and being in an orchestra also taught me so many lessons about life. It taught me about confidence and a lot of things that I still think of today. Whether it was playing solos or being in an orchestra, it's something really special that I also love to share with others. I really hope that you can enjoy music through orchestra as well.
My name is Imelda.
And I'm Jordan.
And we were a part of Miss Zamora's 2006 Middle School Orchestra. And we also played all the way through high school at Boyd with Mr. Link. And it's now created a 15-year-long friendship.
15 years. I'd say moving forward from high school, I was able to attend college at Berklee College of Music. I was able to meet Trey Songz' producer, Nicki Minaj's engineer. I moved back to Dallas, Texas not too long ago, and I produced for some artists around here.
So not only does it look good for educational purposes, it looks great on your resume for work, and it looks great whenever you're going off to college, but you also have fun opportunities here. We got to play downtown McKinney, and you also get to play for family members and friends. It comes useful for weddings and special events, and does not only help in that realm, but it also helps in the social realm as well. You make great friends, and it looks good.
Long friends, 15 years right here.
It's been a long time, and it just helps in every single way possible, especially with education. So please take advantage of this opportunity. Don't miss out on how much fun you're going to have, the friendships you're going to make, and it's going to help in every aspect of your life.
Hey everybody, my name's Will, and I was a part of the Faubion Orchestra from around 2011 to 2013. Now I know that even though a lot of you aren't planning on continuing orchestra in college, that was definitely the case for me. There are a lot of life lessons and concepts that orchestra can teach you that really can be applicable to a variety of different things. I know in college, whether it's been big banking interviews that I've had to go do or test, there's always been an experience in orchestra that I'm able to draw on and then use as almost like a teacher on how to approach the situation. And so even though if you're not planning on moving forward with it, just think about the things that orchestra has been teaching you and what you can learn from it, and then use that as a springboard in order to be successful at other things in your life.
Hi, I'm Ania, and I've currently been playing the violin since I was in the 6th grade. I'm currently a sophomore in college, and I became interested in playing the violin when I first saw them perform the middle schoolers when they came to our elementary schools, and I became completely hooked on the violin. And by joining the orchestra, I had so much fun having the experience of performing with my friends and making music with them. And of course, I learned other things like, practicing smart and to get the most out of your time, which is actually a good practice for most other subjects and in life. And without music, it's a complete joy in my life. I don't know where I'd be without it.
I never pictured myself as much as a musician. And I honestly joined orchestra just to get the credit. And, the program at Faubion and Miss Zamora was so amazing. And my passion for music and for playing the cello grew. And now I'm pursuing my dream job as a music therapist. I just graduated from the School of Music, which I never thought I would be saying. And music has literally changed my life in so many capacities that I never even knew were possible. And so I recommend get started early. You never know how being in the orchestra at Faubion may change your life.
Hi, my name is Camden Hancock, and I graduated from Boyd High School in 2017. And I was in the orchestra from 6th grade until I graduated, and I play the violin. I loved being in orchestra because not only did it bring me some of my best friends in middle school and high school, but it brought me so many opportunities during that time, and then as well after when I graduated high school. Some of my best memories in high school was through orchestra concerts or the different field trips that we were able to go on, as well as the experiences that I had. When I was in high school, I was able to go to Chicago with the orchestra, and we were able to play there. As well as my friends, I said they were the best people ever, and other opportunities that orchestra has brought me is by spreading joy in other people's lives. After high school, I did live in Santiago, Chile for 18 months, and I was able to share my talent there with the people. I was able to play the violin for a lot of grandparents who were bedridden, as well as families that needed a little extra pick-me-up. I was also in a Christmas choir there, so we would play for people on the streets, and it just is amazing how this little small decision that I made when I was in 6th grade to play the violin was able to touch other people's lives. I'm so glad that I stuck with orchestra because it truly brought me a talent and a passion that I never thought I had, and it has brought me a lot of happiness. It is the way that I relax when I'm feeling stressed or I need a good little study break. I just pick up my violin and I play some songs. So I have loved being able to practice every day, and I am so grateful for Miss Zamora, Miss New, Mr. Lincoln, all my little private lesson teachers that I've had that were able to get me to the point of just loving orchestra and the violin. So I encourage you guys to all try it out, to develop this new talent, because it is truly the best decision that I ever made.
Orchestra was one of the best experiences of my middle and high school life, and I can't thank my wonderful directors, Miss Zamora, Miss Stool, Miss O'Neill, and Miss Sorty enough for the lessons I learned and the experiences that they gave me. And I've been able to use the violin, even though I don't study music. When I went to college and when I was in Japan and here in Hawaii, I use the knowledge and the experiences I had all the time, and the self-discipline I learned is something that is so invaluable, and I can't recommend orchestra enough for anybody considering joining.
Hello, my name is Hannah Nair, and I played violin for 7 years all throughout middle school and high school, and I think orchestra has positively impacted my life by making me realize how much time you really have to put into something if you want to be good at it. And what I mean by that is with all the hours I spent practicing for the violin, I actually kind of realized if I want to do good on school, like in my AP exams, SAT exams, exams all throughout college, I'm going to have to put in the work for it. And that's why I'm about to graduate with a 3.8 GPA.
Joining middle school orchestra was a great decision for me. I stayed in orchestra from 6th grade to my senior year of high school. I met friends in 6th and 7th grade that I still talk to as a junior in college, and I just think it was a great time every day. I looked forward to going to orchestra. It was a break from classes. It was something I could create that really felt like was my own, and I was just so happy that I got to listen to beautiful music for a whole period, and not only that, but I was part of the people making that beautiful music. So join orchestra.
Hi, I'm Emma. I played cello at Faubion and McKinney Boyd High School. I cannot recommend taking orchestra highly enough. Not only did I get some serious time management skills that I'm still using in college out of orchestra, I really developed a sense of community that I wouldn't have gotten to experience otherwise. I've met some of the coolest people through taking orchestra, and it's been a really special experience. And we've gotten to bond through some really cool events. I've gotten to play in a pit orchestra for a musical, and that was the coolest thing. So if you're interested in developing some good life skills and playing an instrument, which is the coolest, I would highly recommend taking orchestra.
Joining orchestra was by far one of the best decisions that I could have made in middle and high school. You'll make so many friends. I made a lot of friends myself, and you'll have so much fun. You'll get to go to plenty of places, and not just for concerts, but for parties and field trips and get-togethers. You'll have so much fun. You'll have a blast. And orchestra is also a pretty good way to make money too. If you play an instrument, there are so many places in McKinney that are just begging for musicians, trust me. So what are you waiting for? Join orchestra.